All right, guys, doing a breakdown here on the Bengals Steelers game. And you know how good it feels to see the Steelers lose? Feels so good. I hate the Steelers. I hate them. I don't even, I'm not, I used to be I am a Chargers fan, but I never liked the Steelers. I just think I never liked Ben Roethlisberger. Everyone who went to that barn and that bathroom with that girl, never liked them. Knew it, smelled it on them. Never liked them. And never liked Russell Wilson. Who was their other quarterback? Mason Rudolph. Hate him. Pro Miles Garrett I am. So I'm happy that the Steelers lose, right? I'm happy that the Steelers lose. I love Aaron Rodgers, but I can't root for him here. And I'm really happy because after today, I realized that they have no chance of winning a Super Bowl, especially this year. No chance in hell. Like Vince McMahon, no chance in hell. You got no chance. That's how I feel about the Steelers, right? They suck. They're terrible. I mean, Aaron Rodgers played decent today, right? Even though he threw two picks, one wasn't his fault. One was DK Metcalf's fault, but DK Metcalf is showing that he's an actual cancer to teams. I mean, do you see how much Seattle Seahawks are thriving without him right now? That JSN is the guy. You see how much he's thriving, JSN, to be the number one receiver. He's better than DK Metcalf ever thought about being, right? DK Metcalf was always second fiddle. He was second fiddle at Ole Miss. AJ Brown was better than him. And then he was the number one guy in Seattle, but he couldn't do it. He was not good enough. He's not good enough. And today showed it. He drops a ball. He drops a ball, bobbles a ball. Perfect pass by Aaron Rodgers over the corner who got beat. He then bobbles the ball. The corner makes a recovery play, gets the interception, knee down right before halftime, which lost in the game. That completely lost in the game. Oh, besides having one of the oldest defenses in the NFL, I mean, you have Jalen Ramsey guarding Jamar Chase. That is terrible. That is awful. Jalen Ramsey is 48 years old now with 75-year-old knees. This guy is not an NFL level corner anymore. Who has a better chance of guarding Jamar Chase, me or Jalen Ramsey? The answer is both of us are the same because we have zero chance of guarding him. That's what Jalen Ramsey felt. Every single time Jamar Chase looked at him, Jamar Chase was like, oh my God, thank God this guy's on me. This guy sucks. He stinks. He thinks it's Rams Bengals 2020 or 2021. He thinks it's that. No chance. No chance in hell, right? And that's just what it was. The Steelers drove down early to score a touchdown, did fuck all the rest of the half. They kicked a field goal. They scored a touchdown, got called back by a holding call on a Jalen Warren touchdown. But they did nothing else. They threw up two picks. What else could they do? Aaron Rodgers played well. Aaron Rodgers looked mobile. Aaron Rodgers is one of my favorite quarterbacks ever. He looked mobile. He didn't look washed. Aaron Glenn said when he took the job as the Jets and didn't want him as his quarterback, and he took Justin Fields instead. Moron. But he doesn't look washed. Aaron Rodgers does not look washed. He looks good. But you cannot win with a defense like that. I mean, they have Jalen Ramsey, 60. Darius Slay, 53. Joey Porter is decent, but he's not guarding number one guys. Cameron Hayward's 86 years old. Their team, TJ Watt, injury prone, hurt all the time. Like who else do they have? Highsmith. Who? Like I know who Highsmith is, but like, come on. This is what they're dealing with. Their team is terrible. It's awful. The Bengals and the Steelers were having a the Steelers and Bengals were having a defensive off of who's worse, right? It was just bad. They were just both fucking off and being terrible. Big play after big play after big play. It didn't matter who Jalen Ramsey was on. Oh, you want Jamar to be on Jamar Chase? Jamar Chase, 15-yard out route. Oh, you want to be on T. Higgins? Post route, fade route. Didn't matter. Jalen Ramsey's just that bad, right? And that's just a beautiful thing to see right now is Steelers fans being upset, and they were yelling at me. Why are you ranking them not in the top 5? They're a top 5 team. I said, who did they play? They almost lost to the Jets. They barely beat the Browns. You could say they dominated the game with the Browns, but they should be up by more. I know you're going to say the Browns have a good defense, but it doesn't matter. Their team is not good. It's not constructed well. When your best receiver is DK Metcalf, you're never going to win. I know what you're going to say. We had no Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin is shit. He was average at Memphis, just a big wild card player at Memphis. Oh, if he breaks an end around for 60 yards, gadget guy. That's your secondary. That's your second receiver. That's the second receiver that's going to win a Super Bowl for you. While the Rams have Devontae Adams, while the Eagles have Devontae Smith. This is the team that's going to. Chargers have Keenan Allen. This is the teams that this is the guy that's going to win you a Super Bowl. Is Calvin Austin as your number 2 receiver? Stop it. This is not a Super Bowl team. And the Bengals, Joe Flacco is showing that the Bengals actually might have promise. Maybe the Steelers defense isn't that bad, and Joe Flacco is this an MVP caliber player in 2025. Maybe that's what she's showing, right? Because Joe Flacco beat the Packers somehow, held it close as the Packers again when he got traded in division, by the way. First time since 1974. That's the stat they put out. Gets traded in division, goes to the Bengals, keeps it close with the Packers again, and then beats the Steelers. And the Steelers are no good. The Steelers are bad. I mean, they could do whatever they want. You know how embarrassing it is for Steelers? Because think about this. There's 5 minutes left in the game. What are the Bengals doing? Are they going to try to run the clock? Are they going to try to run the clock? No. They're not going to try to run the clock. Why would they try to run the clock? That's stupid. Let's just pass the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They got a first down, I think, and then they end up foiling the drive, kicking it, punting it back. Aaron Rodgers finds Pat Freiermuth for like a 65-yard touchdown, but then they get the ball back and just freaking find everybody wide open. T. Higgins could score on Jalen Ramsey if he wanted. He said, no, I'm going to humiliate you more. I'm not going to score. Be at the 7-yard line so I can kick the field goal to win the game, which is smart, high IQ play. Not all these guys are dumb. I'm happy to see it. But it's great to see that Joe Flacco is exposing, at 40 years old, exposing a weak Steelers defense that everybody told me was good. Oh, they held the Dylan Gabriel-led Browns to what, 9 points? Great, man. You guys are steel curtain again. Steel curtain. Darius Slay old. Jalen Ramsey old. Joey Porter's not even guarding number ones. This is a problem. You guys can't get past. You guys can't get pressure. You guys can't get pressure at all. TJ Watt is had one pressure the whole game today. Terrible, right? You went heavy package on tight ends. No explosive plays the whole game. You had DK Metcalf in the first drive, got like a 40-yard play, but that was it. Jalen Warren, 25-yard run, cool. No one else had explosive plays. No vertical threats. That's the problem. And if DK Metcalf's your number 1 receiver, that's another problem because he is not good enough. You cannot have a number 1 receiver be DK Metcalf and win a championship. Impossible. Impossible, right? Unless you have a guy named Patrick Mahomes that can have Rashee Rice be his number 1, but also they have Kelsey. So you can't just have DK Metcalf be your number 1 and expect to win. This is the problem. I'm actually really happy that they got exposed and that they lost to a Bengals team that was inferior to them. I told you, I think the Steelers probably beat them 7 out of 10 times. But today wasn't one of those times, and the Steelers have a really hard schedule. Are they going to be 7-7 or 7-6 by mid December? They play the Colts, they play the Packers, they play the Ravens when Lamar Jackson's healthy. They play Colts, Chargers, Packers, Ravens. They play the Bengals again, who just beat them. So they play a tough schedule. Are they going to win these games? I don't know. I don't know if their defense can hold up. Oh, wait, it's going to get cold. It's going to get cold, right? Pittsburgh gets cold. Who cares? If you can't stop anybody, you can't stop. And you think if you stop somebody in the warm, you can stop somebody in the cold? Because Jalen Ramsey, 60 years old, you can't. If he's too slow in warm weather, he's going to be too slow in cold weather, right? You don't feel younger. Your joints don't feel better in cold weather if you're already that old and that with that many injuries like he has, or like Darius Slay has too many injuries, like TJ Watt has too many injuries. This team is cooked. No more. This is why I put them in playoff contention only and not any Super Bowl chance. So people cannot get mad at me because I'm right. And you guys hate in the comments saying, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to grade anything. You suck. Whatever. I'm a faggot. No, I'm not. I'm not gay. I know football and you guys don't. You guys just want to look at stats and don't watch the games. You watch the game with bias. I don't watch any game with bias. I'm very critical about the Chargers, but this is why I'm not fans anymore of any team because I'm too critical on them. And I see things that can get exposed. And I'm like, okay, this team is good. This team's not that good. That's why at 3-1-1, I had the Packers at the number 1 team because I see them as the most complete team in the NFL right now. And they're not as injury prone. even though they have Reed hurt, Jaden Reed hurt. They're not as injury prone right now as the Chargers, as the Niners, as other teams that you could put at the top 5 teams in the NFL. They're not as injury prone right now. So right now they're my number 1. And Steelers, even though they have a lot of guys playing right now, and you're going to tell me Calvin Austin makes that much of a difference, they're number 11 or 10 or whatever I them right there in the back. I can't even fucking find them. They're already over there, right? But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my video. Hopefully the Bengals can keep it at least around 500 until Joe Burrow comes back in December. Maybe they can sneak into a wild card. It's going to be hard with the Denver Broncos, Chargers, and Chiefs basically fighting for 2 wild card spots there because they all play in the same division. But it's going to be hard for them, right? And I like watching the Bengals play. I mean, who doesn't? They just throw the ball, they sling the ball around, they play well. That's what you want. So expect a nice ending in the AFC, right? Especially the AFC North, where now every team is kind of close, right? You have the 3-4 Bengals and the 4-2 Steelers. Hopefully the Ravens can get Lamar back and they start winning again, and that'll be a close thing. Because I mean, does anyone really want to see the Steelers in the playoffs? I know I like Aaron Rodgers. I love Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to see the Steelers win, and that's just it. Okay, maybe I'm biased. Whatever, fuck it. I don't care. Like and subscribe. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. So I'm not saying wish me happy birthday, but like take it easy on me in the comments, please.